Hello, I'm XToyCat and welcome back to the video. Today I have some Minecraft console news to share with you, and it's pretty exciting stuff because it is to do with the brand new minigame. And although it's not quite as concrete as yesterday's news that there would be one very shortly, it is really exciting stuff because although it's not exactly concrete information, it's the sort of thing that you're going to look at and you're going to have one big opinion one way or the other. Lots of people are insisting that it's going to be one minigame or one other minigame, but I think that the truth might be somewhere in between, and again, that's all vague, confusing stuff, but trust me, you'll enjoy today's video. I think so anyway. Hopefully you all do. Like the video because it helps out the channel, and let's know you do like the latest in Minecraft console news, even when it's super confusing like it is in today's video. But with that said, let's get straight into it, really, shall we? And let's start with the very first bit of news, which is to do with the timescale of this next update / this next minigame. So we already knew it was going to be soon, the next month or so, but I think it's going to be even sooner than, like 4 weeks out or something like that, because 4J Studios recently tweeted out saying, at the four of us, so that's the four of us that do the 4v4J stuff, Echo Soldier, Big B, Stampy, and myself, they tweeted at all of us saying it might be a good time for another 4v4J soon before you get good at the new minigame. So they're confirming there's going to be a new minigame, and they also confirmed that it's coming pretty soon. It's soon enough that they're starting to plan it, and we have privately gone into the plans to start it. So yeah, at some point soon there is going to be a new minigame, and this makes me think either next week or the week after. I mean, it could be like 3 weeks from now, but I really think it's going to be even sooner than we thought before. So if I had to give you some release date estimates, I think it will almost certainly, again, I'm not going to bet anything on this, but I think it will almost certainly be either next Tuesday, that would be a miracle date, but it's either going to be next Tuesday, the 28th of March, it's going to be the 4th of April, that's when I would put money on it if I was going to, or it's going to be the 11th of April. I don't know which of those dates it will be, but it seems almost certain now because of the tweet and all the hints and the fact that we're seeing it next Monday, that it'll be coming out very shortly. And again, my official estimate would be the 4th of April, but it wouldn't even surprise me if it was before then. So yeah, exciting stuff. 4th of the 4th for 4v4J on the brand new minigame. Sounds good to me, but we'll see how that does develop over time. But let's talk about the actual hints about the minigame itself, because we got even more of these, and now we have this massive collection of hints that you can probably start to decipher, because again, Roger Carpenter started by tweeting out that he was planning for the next week's Minecraft Monday with the brand new minigame, hashtag big plans, but what should we eat on the stream, hashtag needs food, hashtag suggestions welcome. So lots of hashtags, those are fun, but basically suggesting for food. And although this seems like he's just wondering what he should eat on the stream, I feel like, and I think you will too, that he's actually hinting towards the next minigame, because he tweeted out 3 things at first, saying party rings, donuts, and then hula hoops, question mark, question mark, question mark. And the reason those 3 things are all significant is because they're all hoop-sized things, and obviously a lot of people pictured there would be a brand new Elytra minigame because of the screenshot from, the Elytra update, and although this is something that, hasn't come to fruition just yet, the fact that he's tweeted out 3 separate ring things makes you think the next minigame is going to contain rings, which makes everyone think it's going to be a new Elytra game. I saw lots of people on Twitter say, well, I guess it's confirmed, new Elytra game, but either to throw people off or because they were wrong, what he then tweeted out after that was 2 other suggestions, Rocky Road, and then going in for the killer blow, Tunnock's Tea Cakes. So if you haven't heard of Tunnock's Tea Cakes, I think it's just a British brand because tea cakes mean something else some places, but yeah, they look something like this. They're pretty tasty, I think. I mean, I wouldn't eat them as an adult, but they're pretty good. You should try them sometime. But more seriously, if you look at the, tea cakes, they're a circular shape without a hole in. And then we had 2 other suggestions from 2 other, 4J related people. We've got one from 4J David. He is the lead artist of Minecraft and console. So, he had something pretty big to do with this new minigame. And he said duck or grouse vol al events. So I can't pronounce French, and I haven't ever had these things in particular, but I looked up what a vous al event, I looked up what that thing he just said is, and it looks something like this, which as you can see, another circular thing, but this time without a hole in the middle, but with some stuff on top instead. And also, obviously, the duck thing is also a reference to that way far back tweet where Roger Carpenter said he couldn't stop playing Minecraft, and then he tweeted a picture of a duck and then some form of bird. That's a mallard duck, in case that's significant. But then, obviously, this duck is some reference to the minigame, because that comes up again. I think that's not a coincidence. And also, it's something to do with circles as well. And then we had one more, which is from a guy at Xbox, that I believe works in the same Microsoft office, who said Guti. So again, it's Italian. I'm sorry for my pronunciation, but it looks something like that. And as you can see, this is not exactly circular, but it has the same thing where there's no holes involved whatsoever, which makes me then think, like the rings were just circles really, and kind of trying to describe a circle. Then the lack of a ring makes me think that instead of being like this big Elytra-based minigame, which could still be the case, maybe that's what's going on, maybe instead it's something to do with islands. Maybe it's a Skywars-based game, because remember, Skywars was the most popular suggestion for a brand new minigame, and if they're going to work on any, why wouldn't that be one? So maybe it's going to be some form of Skywars-based derivative. I don't think it will be called Skywars, I don't think it's going to be exactly like Skywars, but I think that's something that's very likely, because if you look at the Vus al events again, it's confusing stuff. If you look at that again, it looks a little bit like an island, right? And then the closest thing I can have to like what will they call it or what's actually going on here is the fact that if we go all the way back to that Roger Carpenter tweet from a very long time ago, like when how he he hinted at Tumble a long time before Tumble was known about, maybe exactly what was going on there too is he hinted at the next new minigame. So there's a duck and there's some form of bird that looks like it's capable of flying, it's about to set off and fly. Maybe it's like stop, duck, fly or something, because that's why the duck would be in there. Maybe it's something more complex than that, but I think that might imply what's going on here. It's something to do with flying, very clearly. I think so anyway. It's something to do with ducks, maybe, and it's also something to do with circles. I would love to hear what you have to say about that. Maybe there's someone in the comments that has like the golden solution, but personally, I think it's going to be some form of mini-game related to islands and flying, and I'm kind of excited because it sounds pretty cool just based on those things alone, and yeah, hopefully all of you are too. Again, this is just the latest in news. I know this is ridiculous to have to talk about birds and circular-based foods, but I really think these are big hints about the next update, which we'll be seeing very shortly, and as well as, seeing on my channel as soon as it comes out, all that sort of stuff. You'll also see, apparently, 4 versus 4J, where 4 YouTubers take on 4J at their own minigame, and we presumably might just win. So I'm looking forward to all of those things. Hopefully you all are too. Like that if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like the Minecraft news, share if you really likes it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and goodbye.